It is one of those great moments when we love to invade your space and bring you the conversations that you really love to hear. Hello and welcome. This is the Upside Down Show on Channel 1 TV. I'm Frema Edunyame. This is your favorite lifestyle show on television where we bring you up close and personal to Ghanaians who are excelling in their various fields of endeavor. Today, I have one man that we all have questions for, and we try as much as possible to drag the answers, from him. Right after this break, I'll be introducing you to my guest, and we will have the show on.
Turn up your sound experience with the We Hear speakers by Lovi. From the sleek We Hear 1 to the powerful We Hear 2. And now the premium We Hear Pro. Fully endorsed by Kylian Mbappe. This is not just a speaker, it's a flexible, high-performance outdoor Bluetooth speaker built to bring your music to life anywhere. With up to 100 watts of music power, you get bold, immersive sound wherever you go. All available in stylish standout colors. Now the good news. From April 20th to May 20th, grab yours at a special discounted price. The We Hear 1 now at 400 Ghana cedis. The We Hear 2 at 900 Ghana cedis. And the premium We Hear Pro now at 3,800 Ghana cedis. Don't miss out. Call 020-195-7739 or pick up at the Atlantic Towers. You can also grab yours at Orange FM Kumasi, Plus FM or 3 Music TV in Accra. Number 12 of Funya Street at Belengpe. Don't miss out on this special discounted offer. It's the We Hear promo powered by Lovi. We Hear, feel the power, hear the difference.
You're welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show, and let me not bore you with any long talk, because the conversation we're having today is really going to be an interesting and a very long one. So this man I'm going to be talking to is one who wears many, many hats. We all have different ways of describing him. Some say that he's really paid his dues when it comes to politics in our country. Others say he's contributed so much when it comes to journalism. Others are also very, very passionate about how he can, protect legacies. And others describe him as a controversial man. Is he? Is he not? He is here to tell us who he really thinks that he is. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my guest for the day, the Honorable Samuel Koku Anyidoho. You're welcome. Yeah, please have a seat.
Thank you.
Great to have you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. But how are you doing? How are you?
I'm very well.
Super.
Except that the last time you saw me,
it wasn't the best, but I don't know what you think, if you still believe that Arsenal is taking the league.
Well, as we speak to you, as we speak now, this material moment, who is topping the EPL?
Well, you are, but but not too long ago you were still topping. But what happened?
Don't worry, faith.
Well, at this point we are all praying.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
It's great to have you in this seat.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. But so just to start the conversation, how would Koku describe Koku?
Forthright, upbeat, and calculated risk taker.
Is it because of your growing up? If you grow up with a military man as a father, you need to take calculated risks.
Actually, so hi to viewers first.
Yeah.
We got into the conversation,
I know,
so
right?
Viewers, I appreciate you having us in your homes. Yeah, for me, I grew up in the revolution, in the heady days of the revolution. So born in Burma camp. So by 79, I was 8, 9 years old. So the May 15th uprising, that's Jerry Rawlins's first uprising. Then June 4th. So a schoolboy in Kotoka Primary School, Burma camp, having to run from Kotoka Primary School to Labadi Villas where we lived, looking for siblings amidst the hailstorm of bullets, and you are running and there's an empty shell just dropping in front of you.
Wow. Some
friends mistakenly picked, non-detonated shells, and they got hurt and they got maimed. Wow. So my growing up orientation was something else. So 79, 81. In fact, there's an anecdote of mine, you know, that, so the 9th of, so 31st December, so I was supposed to have washed my father's running shoes.
Okay.
For him to go jogging. So this is 1981, right?
81, yeah.
And I didn't. I forgot playing. You know, I must have been playing football.
How old were you?
I was 9.
Right.
You know, 81, I was 10.
Okay.
So I must have been playing chaskele or something.
Yeah.
So I forgot. So he came back home and he wanted to know whether his running shoes were ready.
Oh, God.
Not ready. In my small boy brain, I went and now dipped the whole
Oh, in water.
in water. Instead of me to just do some dry cleaning, I went and dipped the whole thing in water. And then it even made him more angry.
Yeah.
So he was like, look, I'm not going to ship you tonight. But if I wake up by 4 a.m.
And it's not dry.
to go running and the canvas is not dry,
Yeah.
you know what you're going to get.
Ouch.
So it must have been around 3 a.m. When I felt somebody hold my legs. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
Bring
up.
the shoes.
So this is, so 31st
Yeah.
into 1st. People keep calling it 31st. But this whole thing actually happened first, the dawn
Okay,
of first.
right.
But we've called it 31st till now. So let's all say 31st because it was the 31st, what do you call it? Watch night
Okay.
into
Okay.
1st
yeah.
of January,
A crossover.
82,
Right.
when the thing actually happened. But we've called it 31st all over. But strictly speaking,
Technically, it
stricto
was on the
sensu,
first.
it was the dawn
Right.
of 1st January, 1982.
Okay.
Of course, it must have begun 31st night. So then, you know, somebody is shaking my leg. Koku, get up, get up, get up. You know, combination of English and everything. No, 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 no. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I'm pretending to be asleep because I know I'm going to
You
be
know what's
lashed.
going to happen?
Apparently, it was something else. This was the Rollins 31st coup and pow, 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 the cannons and then the bullets
Flying all
all
over.
over. So this was my mother, may her soul rest in peace. She
What's
passed,
your mother's name?
Mercy, Mrs. Mercy Abla,
Anyidoho.
Mivoma Anyidoho.
Okay.
4th of May will be almost 35 years.
Oh, wow, that's a long
since
time
she
ago.
left us, yeah. So that was it. So that's how we woke up in Labadi Villas. So forget about the caning and the lashing. I'm sure my father even forgot
He
about
forgot
it.
about shoes.
So now it was how to survive and get the family out of Labadi Villas, get the family out of Bema camp into some safe area.
So you were there with your
Oh, yeah,
siblings,
my father,
your
my
mom,
mother.
how many siblings do you have?
So at that time, 81, so yeah, 5 of us.
Right.
So Charles, my eldest brother, myself, Koshi, who comes after me, Mause, and then Timo. Timo was just a baby, so 5 of us. Luckily for us, Labadi Villas where we lived was not gated.
Okay. Okay.
So it was easy now to slide through Pawan Junction with the family. And then that's how Papa, we call him Papa, my father, took us out of Bema camp, split us amongst uncles, some in Kolebu, some in North Kaneshi, just for his family to be safe.
Yeah.
But the soldier man that he was, he actually drove back to be in Labadi Villas Bema camp. Couple of days later, he came back and said he wanted my eldest brother Charles and myself to go back with him.
Right.
And that in case of any eventuality, he wanted us to be witnesses
Of what happened?
to what would happen to him, assuming,
Yes.
because at that time they said he was a major. And so the clarion call was for majors and above to report. And so he actually left us at a point in time, and it was just myself and my brother, Charles. And one of the vivid moments I recall, so upstairs in Labadi Villas, opening the window, the louver blades at the time. These days you have shutters and all
Sliding
kinds of things. So
windows,
louver
yeah.
blade, and then drawing the curtains, and then seeing a particular major. He was in his, as we say in local party, supporter
Yeah.
and singlet,
Wow.
being drilled by other ranks So he was carrying, they gave him a weapon to carry. He was barefooted. And the things that I saw, Freeman, as a 10-year-old boy.
Share with us, walk us through. How was it like, you know?
You know, I tell people, fast forward, I keep telling people that my political orientation has got nothing to do with what is happening today. That's why I may sound different, I may look different, because the things that I saw, I didn't read.
Did that have any impact on
certainly.
you? Whilst you stood there, were you thinking of politics that
No.
Right.
So I'm just saying that the things that I saw, so these are other ranks
impacted you.
who were angry at their senior officers.
Yeah.
And they are venting. So officers are being punished by other ranks. There was another officer, a colonel, who had a poultry farm. I mean, these guys were angry and they were just destroying.
Right.
Freeman, I saw officers leave their homes and never come back home. They never came back to their families. Some got jailed 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Of course, the other ranks knew the officers they were targeting for whatever reasons. So somehow my old man and a couple more, yes, there was a period of detention.
Okay.
But they were released because they were not the ones,
targets.
the targets. So when you grow up in such moments as a boy, and you've seen death, you've seen bullets. Look, if at the 79 one, those generals that were tied to the sticks and shot, Champon, Utuka, Kote, Boache, Feli was not a general, he was a colonel. I knew some of those. They were my friends, though.
Very close, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at, we will come back to, you know, how it's impacted you today in politics and in your life in general. But so a young boy, as young as 10, you witness all these. But this is the boy who would also go through his education, you know, become a teacher at a point, and also, you know, be
National service.
in media, you know. So walk us through that.
Okay, so I was born in, like I said, in Burma camp. Then my KG, there was Mrs. Asari. Mrs. Asari's school is now the one that has grown into this school at the Air Force. The Air Force, when you go to the Air Force, whatever, just at the junction anyway, I've forgotten the name, but that's how Mrs. Asari, that's my kindergarten. Then Kotoka Primary School.
Is it the school on your right?
Yes, if you're from
the Soul Clinic?
No, Soul Clinic is down there,
okay.
but I've forgotten it anyway.
Right.
Then that is nursery. Then KG, actually kindergarten was in Kotoka Primary.
Right.
So my group, we actually started Kotoka Primary School as the real beginners, pioneers.
Yeah.
So the school opened up and they took classes ahead of us. I mean, so the people in KG 2 class, 1 class, 2 class, 3. But when it comes to those who really started, and some of my mates in that kindergarten class, the immediate past second deputy of the Bank of Ghana, LC Awazi.
Yes.
So LC and I were in kindergarten together.
Interesting. Is it Mother Care? The
That's
school?
good. That Mother Care school,
okay.
yes. So it started as Mrs. Asari. So she was in cantonments, and there was a creche.
Right.
So that's Mother Care. Good. Sefakai, Kwame Sefakai, was a Bama Camp boy.
Oh, yeah.
So when actually his father was marrying his mother, my father was the best man for Kwame Sebakai's father.
Oh, interesting.
We grew up in Sunday school together.
Which church?
Bama Camp Garrison Methodist Presbyterian Church.
Oh, and today you are a pastor. What is he?
He's a deacon.
Oh, he is?
So his mother used to teach us
in Sunday
school, sit on the same mat. Yeah, so from Kotoka Primary, so those days we were doing common entrance.
Right.
So common entrance, then I entered into Mauli Secondary School. But I left Mauli to Achimota School.
Right.
So I finished my O-level at Achimota School. Then I did my 6th form in Laboni.
Okay.
Then my first degree was in University of Ghana, Legon. So I entered in 1990.
Okay.
Finished in 93.
What do you study?
I did sociology and English. Then my after A level, talking about teaching.
Yeah.
So after A level, my after A level national service was in Chira.
Okay.
In Brongahafu.
Right.
That's why I did my post A level national service. So I remember we gathered at the national service headquarters, somewhere secretariat somewhere in Accra. They bussed us STC, and then I found
Straight
myself.
to Bono.
Yeah, straight to Sunyani.
Wow.
Oh, some even continued to the north. Those days. That's how the system was.
Oh, okay.
So then I arrived in Sunyani, Innocent. Oh, I must have been. So if this is 89, must have been 17, 18 years.
Yeah.
So I got to Sunyani
Very
then.
young.
Yeah, to Chira. Then Chira Secondary School. So I was teaching English literature,
Okay.
government. Yeah, those were two of my A-level subjects.
Right.
So then I found myself, interesting days in Chira. There was
No, it's good. You smiled. It means that things happen there.
I mean,
couple.
yeah, I mean,
fresh boy, young, in trap.
I mean,
no
you
pressures
don't want
on
to
you.
know all.
No, I mean some. I don't think I can handle all, but some, yeah.
So yeah, I
So
mean,
memorable moments in Shra.
memorable moments in Chira. So I had two good friends also around. So they were in Sunyani. And so from Chira to Sunyani, it's not far.
Right.
But those days it was just dust. Oh my goodness. By the time you leave Chira and get to Sunyani, it's all dust.
Yeah,
there
all
was no
about
road.
you.
In fact,
Yeah.
those were the days that Jerry Rawlings was now trying to put the first layer of tar,
Okay.
coal
On
tar,
those roads.
anywhere in Brongahafu.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sunyani Township was just dust. The late J.H. Osua Champong, he was the RM at the time. Because they called them RM, regional minister.
Right.
And so, of course, because my father was a military man, an officer, so the 3BN, so the Sunyani barracks there.
Yeah.
Those days, Lieutenant Colonel Tom Ungwa, was the CEO. So it's okay. I had some small access to the place. So I have Soja Peking,
All
barracks
right.
Peking. So
to do big boy things.
it was okay. But great experience in Chira Secondary School. Then my friends were in Sunyani, like I said, Abisim,
Yeah.
Gosu.
Yeah.
I had a couple also in Nkranza. So it was good time to really scout
The areas properly.
Brongahafu.
New areas.
We're talking about some of my moments. Those days we didn't have all this internet and all those
Yeah.
things. So the only place to get entertainment was in video houses. Yeah, you had to go to a video house, watch comedies. Then
And Chinese movies.
Then the real movie will come. And then
Were you taking any girls with you? Looks like you're editing the story.
I'm coming to the story.
Okay.
So then these Italian guys who were doing the road construction must have been in Pregillo or Sai Sadelmi. They were. So we went to watch movie one day, and so the comedies, the trailer, before the movie. So they insert, those days was a VHS thing.
Tape.
Not even Betacam, it was VHS. So you push Pure Monko. And boom.
Yeah.
So they push the thing.
It's in the deck.
In the deck, yeah.
Yeah.
They push the thing and then, whoosh.
Yeah.
What are we seeing?
Why am I suspecting something?
Apparently, some boys had gone to steal video. They had gone to raid the apartment of these white guys. And some of the tapes they stole, apparently these white men, these things that we are seeing today is not new. So they were having private moments with women.
Themselves.
And filming.
Oh my God.
And then so you are there and so people in the scene them
knew them.
And you have
Jesus.
And you have
No, so what happened? What happened in the town?
It was pandemonium. It was chaos.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
It will be.
Look, I hear some of the women ran away from town.
But of course.
Never showed up again. But I think because of that, I never went back to that video place again. So now, most of my time, so that's when I learned how to drink pito.
At a night called for pito.
Oh, well.
Or the sitting.
Different
or
types
sitting
of, different types
for,
of, you had Zanzibar pito, you had Frafra pito, you had something pito.
Pito cocktail.
Pito cocktail. And,
right. But you also did a bit of banking, and then you entered
yes.
into
So
journalism.
fast forward. So when I left National Service in Brongahafu, so then Legon for the first degree.
Right.
After Legon, then I did my National Service at GBC.
Okay.
So that was my first intro into media.
Ah.
So this is
which year would it
late
be?
'93.
Okay.
We still had only GBC. So when I walked into GBC, my good friend Koku Anyidoho was then there. Very good friends. So through him and others, I got onto radio and television. And those were the days of GIFX, Indutech, those shows.
Yeah.
So in that period, while I was there, I anchored quite a number of programs from Trade Fair.
Right.
So I was a star.
Oh, not me, you are a star.
Thank you.
A super one at that.
And then it was only GBC. So everybody's watching TV.
Yeah, GBC.
So while I was doing that, I started getting offers to shoot ads.
Okay.
I did something for Latex Foam. I did something for Revlon. Revlon was just coming to the market.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I was getting some good gigs, you know. The late Komladumo, that's where I met him.
Okay.
He had come from Nigeria and wanted to enter the Ghanaian educational system. And so he had to do national service, all kinds of things. But that's why I met Komla. And people like Giftianti were then at GIJ.
Okay.
So they came as interns.
Okay.
Richmond Kilson. Then those were the days that, what do you call them? So Barbara Gazy and co were now young, fresh news.
Barbara Sam,
thank you. They were fresh newscasters. Loretta Sari and co, Ebenezer Babi and co were shade ahead.
Right.
Yeah, but one of my first producers was Eric Blockbo. Okay. Then Jack Morrow. Then in between that, I was also now reading Contemplations. You know, because the TV will have to close at, I think, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And vintage Vincent Assise. Impeccable English. Used to read Contemplations. Then sometimes when it's not available, they roped me in to read Contemplations.
The English literature master.
Good. So I broke into that space. So this is 93 into 94, 95. And that's how I started this whole media thing. But of course, sometime 95, then I got admission to the University of East Anglia in Norwich, UK, for my first master's program. So I had to shoot out of town reluctantly because I was enjoying all the...
Of course, I mean, the funds and everything that came with it.
You are getting this free, you are getting that.
People, the name is opening doors.
Plus some other encomiums.
One shout. But let me find out from you, Koku, before you talk about your time in the UK. When you sit back today and look at our media landscape, where we have come from, you know, and where we are currently, and where it looks like we are going, what would you say we are doing? Are we progressing? You know, are we going back? Are we building on professionalism? What is your impression?
One of the things I loved about GBC, of course, society evolves.
Yeah.
So otherwise, society will atrophy. So the things that happened in my great-grandfather's days
will not be
the same. The things will happen in the days of my children. But one of the things I loved about GBC was the training. I think those days Roberta Gardner was the one in charge of the training school.
Yeah.
There was no way. I remember once I made a mistake. I don't know what happened to me, and I mentioned takradi wrongly.
Right.
I said takoradi. When I got to work the next day, the director of television, the director of radio, even the director general, everybody was livid. It was only GBC then. And that's when I learned, one thing I learned in those days was pronunciation and people's names. Never go into a studio. You know, these days I meet people who are finished interviewing you. In fact, 2 days ago, it happened to me. The person has interviewed you extensively. Then the person now finishes and says, please, what is your name? So who are you interviewing?
Who do you think you were talking to?
So who did you think you were talking to? I mean, and those things get under my skin.
I can imagine.
So people were talking, so you also put the microphone there.
You don't even know
who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So, not to down, so the plurality of the media, of course, it has to happen. I mean, spaces have to open up but for those of us who got our training in that GBC, in fact, I was talking to somebody this morning, and so those days you had the GBC2 for English. We didn't even have, then, I think that was later on, then GAR came, which is the unique. Otherwise, it was only Radio 2 and Radio 1. So Radio 1 was for local languages, and then Radio 2 was for the English.
Right.
And so the Secretary Popo Boatins were doing Tree, Kofi Atutonu was doing Eve, Okodagadu and Co were doing Gan. But in that space, don't think that because they are doing local languages, they don't speak English.
Right.
Well trained. And to walk around GBC, and those days was the OB van. You needed to move the OB van.
Huge like that.
You couldn't get anything. Today you can carry one small
backpack, stuff like
that's
that,
all.
on your phone, live view, God.
But you needed the OB van.
With a huge cameras on your shoulder.
And you needed everybody on board, the director. So and you carrying tapes, because you have to carry tapes. You know, the reels from the library to the newsroom. So it was a great learning process for me. And so today when I say a lot of the revolution that has taken place, beautiful. And I just pray. But of course, new media has come where the internet is allowing people to do all kinds of things. And but hey, Master, otherwise they'll call you Kulu, old school.
Exactly. Now, through all these, at what point did politics come to you, like hardcore partisan politics?
Great. That's a good one. So, my Legon days, I was a very vibrant student activist.
Okay.
In fact, even my secondary school days, but that one, you can't call it politics, but hey, Charlie, we knew what
the traits
I was
were
a government
inside you.
student, and government was one of my best. I mean, at the A level, I even got an A in government. So, I think in those days, and I used to read a lot of the African Writers series. The Ngugi wa Thiong'os, the Chinua Achebes, the, what do you call them? They named them.
All of them,
And that was the African Writers series. Then you had the Pacesetters series. Then, of course, literature was more of the Elizabethan age literature, so Shakespeare. And all Shakespeare's themes were political. Even if it's romantic, it was still political.
The Romeo and Juliet's and
all of them, the Othellos, the Macbeths, the Midsummer Nights, whatever. Then you are reading Chaucer's plays. You know, the
Geoffrey Chaucer.
Geoffrey Chaucer. Chanticleer, Petalot, and all those things. So I think somehow in me, there was a lot of adventure in wanting to explore. So when you read, for example, Fragments, that's Ayikwama.
Right.
So Ayikwama is an ideal guy, post-independence, goes abroad, comes back with all the idealism. And the whole concept of Fragments is that he gets fragmented because all the things that he brought from abroad to come and help Ghana, he kept meeting stumbling blocks every part. So he broke down mentally. And so that's the whole concept of Fragments. And I'm like, gee, did he have to break down? Then you are reading Amai Taidu, Anwa, Dilemma of the Ghost. Of course, then my own political father, one of them, Professor Wuno, is great writer. You know, took a lot of the ever folklore things and dropped it in
because most
English.
of these writers were looking at Western influence on us, you know.
No, but the first generation, it was more of the African thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah. The Ngugis, the Chinua Achebes, the Kofi Awunos, they tried, they got Western education. But they used the Western education to prop up what it is that was theirs.
Right.
Today, we're just copying blindly and we don't even want to know what's ours. So I think in that space, then of course getting to Legon. So in 1990 when we got to Legon, it was still Rawlings and the revolution. So when you start reading all these political theories on campus and the revolution, so the fighting freedom fighters, of course Mandela was still in prison at the time,
right?
And the South Africa, and of course we had a lot of South African. What they are doing in South Africa today,
very unfortunate.
Look, those days on campus we had a lot of South Africans, free. They were schooling free.
Okay.
On Legon campus.
Oh wow.
You see where the foreign ministry is today? There used to be a hostel there, purely created by Nkrumah, and it housed mainly African students who were schooling in Ghana. International Students Hostel. Thank you.
Yeah.
International students, and that's where they were.
Yeah.
We treated them like brothers. So if what they are doing something, there's anyway.
Yeah.
So when you are mingling with all those people in that era, and so Aluta, Charlie, what we go do? We go sit down, and like I said for Bama camp, so we no go sit down and make the cheaters every day. Dabida, walai. Ghana people make you stand up, make you fight for your rights, And then what the revolution did was also because it was only GBC. Everything on television was more like acculturation. You can call it brainwashing, but I will call it acculturation. So if it's Thursday theater, there was a reason why it was. If it is showcase in Ever, showcase in Ghana, it was to get us to understand that we must all buy into the revolution. Nothing was for free, even also for Dazi.
Yeah.
It was for a purpose.
It was.
So, in that mindset, talking about mindset, so I grew up with a certain mindset, and I always would challenge status quo. So on campus, so we got into student movement, and I used to do a lot of midnight stuff.
Koku, let me stop you here. We'll take a short break. When we come back, now we are zooming into that mindset, that would put you out there so huge as a politician. This is the Upside Down Show. My guest in the studio is Samuel Koku Anyidoho. Interesting conversation. We'll be right back after this.
This Mother's Day, we celebrate a love that never gives up, even when it's tested. Let's celebrate the quiet strength and endless love of our mothers. Think about the outstanding moments with Mama and share them with us in our Mother's Day promotion, An Episode with Mama. Send a message to 0539 986 996 reflecting on that one moment you hurt your mother with a decision, a word, or an action that caused her pain.
You're welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show. I'm Frema Edunyame. My guest in the studio is the founder and president of the Atta Mills Institute.
Mills. It used to be Atta Mills.
Oh, Mills.
We'll come to that conversation, but nice Mills.
Yeah. Okay. So Mills. We will learn from Koku how we moved from the Atta Mills to now Mills Institute. But before we went on the break, he was telling us now we are zooming in into his political journey, so the mindset, what really propelled him and what really convinced him that he really needs to go for this.
Well, thank you, Frima. So in 1990, we stepped into Legon. So 1990, I must have been 19 years.
Yeah.
But the revolution from Burma camp was still in me. So you are learning new concepts. You are learning new theories. You are learning about all these, you are now getting into Marxism.
Right.
You're talking about Socrates, you're talking about Plato, and Charlie, you are getting excited. And this is a military regime. And that campus, I love it, the Legon campus. It's a world on its own. I don't know what's happening there today, but it's a citadel.
Yeah.
And so you had lecturers who also came from serious ideological, so they are not too far from independence. So there's a certain spirit of, fight for what is yours.
Yeah.
We are building you to become intellectuals, not to just take everything that we give you, break it down, do the analysis and see what. So for me, I was in Legon Hall.
The gentleman.
Well, not because I wanted to be there.
Okay.
I actually chose Commonwealth Hall.
Why am I not surprised?
Then my elder brother
Charles
was in final year in Legon.
Okay.
And then, unknown to me, he managed to tell my old man that, Charlie, if you allow Koku to go to Commonwealth, we'll have issues.
It was a great idea.
Because in those days, any hall you chose, you got.
It's not like today.
Yeah. So I was, because I had gone to spend some time on Legon campus when I was writing. So anyway. So my father actually then now talks to an assistant registrar.
Right.
Who goes to church with us at EP Church in Nakani Town. So they changed the thing without my knowledge. Only for me to arrive at Legon, get my admission letter, and I'm Legon. Oh my goodness.
And that's why we couldn't patch, eh?
Oh, you could patch. So I'm telling you my story. So I was a Legon Hall boy.
Okay.
In flesh. Or maybe whatever.
But in spirit.
I was more of it.
You're a vandal.
Yeah. And an incident happened when we were in first year.
Right.
And when you look back, and this God up there is an interesting God.
He has called you.
I thank God that I didn't go to Commonwealth after
He has called you, yes. But when did you become a pastor?
Because, we've all been born into God's service. So that's the Legon journey.
Right.
Then I got into student movement, and then we now started to fight the revolution.
Right.
Because we wanted the restoration of democracy. So I got actively into student politics. In the middle of the night, we are writing chalk. We are pasting things there. We are doing all kind. By daytime, we go for lectures. And we used to have a place called something. It was above the bookshop.
Right.
And that's where we used to have some meetings. And so the agitation for the return to democratic rule really kicked in. And I remember the first movement that we did into town. We had a student gathering at Legon Hall cafeteria, dining hall. And then I mooted the idea that, look, we can't continue to sit here on campus and pretend that we want a change. Let's move into town.
Oh, wow.
And create noise in town. Of course, we did. And then somewhere along the line also, we managed to create traffic at the Legon police station.
Right.
That one too, I was in the forefront. But of course, I paid a high price for it.
What happened to you?
Yeah, we created the noise and the storm for days. And I think it got to a time the government was tired. So they unleashed the police on us. Oh my goodness.
You go hear what?
Oh yeah. I got whipped well. Oh, yeah.
Small boy that they brought you to school. You are doing freedom fighter. Let's move. You know, let's fast forward a bit to now. You are the Koku Anyidoho that you are in our faces. We all know you and all that. How did you meet the late president? God bless his soul.
So President Mills was a lecturer on campus when I was there.
Okay.
And in between my rascally things, I was also into sports. Then he was president of the Amalgamated Sports Club. And so I knew him casually there. But fast forward, so on campus, yes, casually, but fast forward, he became vice president in 96 to 2000. So apparently he had, so Legon campus, yes. Then it was after the 2000 elections, 2001. So a group of young NDC people began to group at Kuku Hill.
Okay.
And I was part of that group. We created the NDC Youth Forum.
Right.
And that was President Mills's, or candidate Mills's office. And so that's where we set up this youth forum.
Right.
President Mills had taken the 1 year sabbatical to Canada. Then he came back, of course, so we were together. And it was in that period that we got close. But my real forte is writing.
Okay.
I write a lot. So when the NDC slipped into position in 2001, and of course the MPP had come into power, and they
that was in
2001.
Yeah.
So President Kufuor.
Yeah.
And they had the Dankwa Buzia tradition had been in opposition for more than 30 years.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, proceed on leave, come here, go there.
Yeah.
So that's by this time I was in the bank.
Right.
Metropolitan and Allied Bank. Prior to that, I had been with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. I had done some stint there.
Right.
I worked with the Liberian, Sierra Leonean refugees. So I was in the bank, but I was writing a lot.
What were you writing on?
I was using pen names.
Okay.
And I was writing articles.
Okay. For newspapers?
To fight
Yes.
for the NDC.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like what I mean is publishing your
yes.
writings.
Yes. Very legal articles.
Right.
And in the pen names, so it's not me.
What were some of the names you were using?
That's for my biography.
At least one B.
So, now she's giving like Delilah.
Oh.
So Samson should
Delilah is too much of a senior. I can't catch up.
Yeah. So I mean, one of the names was Cassius Clay.
Oh, interesting.
So the column was in the ring in the ring with Cassius Clay.
Okay.
And so it was a boxing bout.
Ali himself.
We had Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. And so it became a must-read column across divide. Because who was this guy who was just, and
punchy stuff.
Very punchy. Oh, yeah, because we have to take that position. So in that space, people are looking for whoever is, who is in charge, who is writing. And people, the interesting thing, Frima, is that I sat in a couple of meetings where people claimed.
They were the ones. Oh, no. Can you imagine? Are you serious?
And that's one thing about me. I have never fought for recognition. I don't fight for it. I just stay focused and I work. Believing that eventually people will get to know who the work that you are doing.
Of course, your work should speak for you.
And that's my relationship with President Mills.
But with a relationship with President Mills, so let's also jump to now in 2008, we've gone to the elections, the NPP has lost.
So just before we go there, so while working at the bank, so President Mills, so I was part of the 2004 campaign.
Right.
Then, so 2005, he now calls me.
Okay.
Personally.
Right.
On phone.
Okay. Were you shocked?
I was. That actually, he had told me twice prior that he was going to go again. So he was going to go in 2006 to contest for the flag bearership of the NDC. And that he wanted a very small team to campaign with. But he needed an efficient Ewe.
Okay.
He actually said that.
But why Ewe?
No, that he had picked some people already.
Okay, so he needed.
But he needed an Ewe because the NDC belongs to the Volta region. That's the World Bank of the NDC. And he certainly cannot have a campaign team without a strong
figure from
the Volta region. And gave me an assignment. So twice he said, Koku, can you identify somebody for me?
Okay.
The third time when he called me, it was one Monday morning for him. I had finished waking up, had my morning devotion.
Right.
I still remember where. I was just kneeling by my bedside. My Bible was still open. And the call came, of course. Good morning, sir. Koku, how are you doing? I said, well, the two occasions that I asked you to search for somebody for me is you I was looking for.
Oh, wow.
And I just want you to know that I want you to work for me. I'm like, what? My spouse was by the bedside, Frima. And all I just said was, yes, sir, I'll work for you.
Okay.
So the question was, are you sure? I said, yes, sir. Said, don't worry, I'll resign. Don't worry. Then the next one was, I don't have money to pay you. And I said, don't worry. If it was about money, you wouldn't have called me.
Right.
I consider it a calling. So said, don't worry. By the end of the week, I'll sort myself out. So when I finished, then my spouse was like, who are you talking to? You're going to... I said,
resign?
I said, Professor Mills. And so what's it? You said you're going to resign? I said, yes. And do what? I said, well, he said he wants me to work for him. She just looked at me deeply and said nothing. And that was it. And gave me the support. Wow. So, Frima, my relationship with President Mills if you go biblical, I consider it like Jesus Christ and his disciples. Now, those disciples, none of them was unemployed.
Of course.
Yeah, if you go into theology, none of them were unemployed. The Peters, the Andrews, the James, the Lukes, they were not unemployed. But when Christ came to them and said, drop your fishing net and let's go fish for men, they did.
You dropped everything.
So I wasn't unemployed. I wasn't looking for a job. But when a former vice president, a lecturer you knew on campus, an astute academic, statesman, of all the 30-something million Ghanaians, personally calls you to work for him, God forbid that I will ever be disloyal to him.
Koku, so
No,
it is
I will
with
never.
this passion and love that you followed the former president all the way to victory.
Yeah.
And I know that was a very close call, that 2008 elections. Now, when the electoral commissioner, that was Dr. Farijan,
Yeah.
right? When he declared President Mills as the winner, how did you feel?
Something happened before the declaration. So I was in charge of communications, and I ran the lines in that Cuckoo Hill, and everybody knows. And I remember in the heat of the election, I got an anonymous call. 10 years later, before I saw the person, but the person just called and said, Koku, you guys, what happened to you in 2004 is going to happen to you again. If you don't do something,
Okay.
you are winning the elections, but you will not get the results.
So what did you do?
So at 1 a.m., Cuckoo Hill, I just sat behind my laptop and put out a release warning the MPP. If they make a mistake and they do repeat what they did in 2004, they're not going to have it easy. And it just went viral.
You think it sent shivers down their spine?
I know. Because they did it in 2004, and Jake went and declared some results and said they had won. But this man of Asomdwe, when we were agitating, he said, you people allow them to have it. If it is God's will, 4 years will just pass. I don't want any of you to die. So I'm not leading you onto the streets. No. Let's leave it. It will come back.
4 years later.
And prophetically it came. So before the Afarijan declaration, of course, we had gone to time.
Yes.
And when we were approaching the time, I mean, Charlie, opposition, me, I was in some pickup, some rickety pickup. The candidate he had some Land Cruiser, but that one too, now the Kakra.
But I was there.
I was there.
Yeah.
And then as we approached Techiman, those days it was the Ford vehicles that had come in. This was the incumbent MPP. Approaching time. Charlie, but somehow, at the time we were getting into time, they never entered time. All we heard was that they had returned to Sunyani and decided that they were not going to go into time. So long and short, we won that election. And Afarijan declared, and President Mills, God bless his soul, I remember, so after the declaration, so he's now president. So we must get ready for the swearing in. And President Kufuor had not said the castle was not usable. So when he got sworn in, we were at the International Conference Center for about a week.
Yeah.
Then he just told all of us that no, he can't continue here. He's going to the castle. That's the seat of government. He doesn't really care the state in which it is. And he's not going to blame anybody. He's just going to go to the castle. That's how we moved to the castle. Within another 1 week, he had decided that he will live in the castle.
Right.
The only reason was that for the 1 week that he was commuting between the castle and his home at Regimanuel, Spintex Road, the traffic was too much. He was inconveniencing motorists.
Yeah.
And Koku, I can't take it. So I'll live in the castle. I don't really care. And that's how the Polo Ground bypass was the first road that President Mills engineered to be constructed, because he said if he cannot do anything at all for commuters on the Spintex Road, He must ease traffic.
Yes, exactly.
That's how that Polo bypass was created.
Now, you were his head of communication, you know, and that is a very huge role, a big responsibility. The current president, John Dramani Mahama, was the vice president at the time. People say that there was clash of powers. I'm sure that's not the first time you are hearing it. People say that you more or less were in charge of everything. So the office of the vice president was just kind of ceremonial. He wasn't doing anything. Did you have issues with the vice president, John Dramani Mahama, at the time?
This conversation, Koku Anyidoho has had it 1 million times.
Just
about a week ago, I was explaining to somebody. The president is the president. We are not it. And there's the vice president. Now, OJ. Commander. He was one of my press people, and they know the story well.
Yeah.
First of all, my office was not on the same floor as the office of the president and the vice president. My office was below.
But it doesn't matter where you sit. You know, sometimes when you have power, your office can be at Adenta.
I agree.
Yeah, but still.
In these days, even in remote.
Exactly.
Yeah. But okay, so to answer your question, no.
Okay.
There was no such thing, because there's no way President Mills, an astute disciplinarian, was ever going to allow that to happen. Then you had Professor Kofi Awono, chairman of Council of State, another astute disciplinarian. So how was one young man at the presidency? And I remember, so let me just go back, before the victory. So President Mills calls me one day. So Mr. Bebaku Mensah, who became his secretary, came to Kuku Hill to visit. So President calls me, well, candidate at the time, calls me to the office. Koku, do you know him? I said, no. Well, this is Mr. Bebaku Mensah. He was cabinet secretary when I was vice president. We'll win the elections. And when we win the elections, he's going to become my secretary. Koku, you know, at Kuku Hill, you are doing almost everything here. You are writing, you are doing this, but honestly, when I win the elections, running a country, you cannot be my secretary. You cannot be my chief of staff. Yes, you'll be at the presidency and run your lines, your communication lines. But in running the affairs of state, you are not there yet. Now, I'm saying this to let you know the kind of President Mills was.
Right.
So at no point in time was he going to allow anybody to usurp anybody's powers. So it's just stories.
But what is your relationship with the president like today?
Oh, he's the president of the Republic of Ghana. I keep saying, if he walks in here right now, I'll stand up for him.
But all of us, you know, he's your party man. You work with him closely.
But, you see,
but if I also see the president today, I'll get up.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
One of the conversations I used to have with President Mills. Also, when we started this conversation, you asked me, who's Koku Anyidoho?
Yeah.
I said, I'm forthright. And this is me, you see me. I've never been stupid and will never be stupid. From the days of Kwame Nkrumah up to today.
Yeah.
Why? Presidents come and go.
Yeah.
And they come with their teams. So I was part of President Mills' team.
Right.
So what makes me think that another president shouldn't have his team?
Right.
It is ridiculous.
So you bear no grudges, nothing?
It's ridiculous.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Presidents, if tomorrow, in fact, I've started a podcast.
Right.
On YouTube.
Interesting stuff you discussed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So Koku Anyidoho podcast, that's the YouTube channel. And one of the recent topics I discussed was family and friends.
Yes.
This whole concept of family and friends, what is it? I have to know you to be able to relate to you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I become president. I'm not going to bring a stranger to come and be around me. I have to know you from within the Ghana family, within the school family, within the church family, within the media family. I mean, if I'm president tomorrow, I've known OJ for how many years? If I'm looking for a communications specialist, it shouldn't be difficult for me to say, oh, I know OJ from long. So what is it?
Yeah.
And so for me, in fact, one of the things I used to tell President Mills, Freeman, was that, say, after your 8 years, okay, I thought he would do 8 years. So after your 8 years, when you are going, I'll go with you. Because the Constitution also allows ex-presidents to keep staff.
Okay.
And then the state takes care of them. So this whole concept of the Atta Mills Institute So we are now coming to it. So Frima, this is something I was discussing with the president before his demise.
Right.
That said, when you exit, because you're an academician and you want to go back, he actually had the desire to go back into academia.
Okay.
So say, modeled around the, what do you call it? Clinton Foundation, Carter Foundation. So I actually went to the Carter Foundation.
Right.
To go and study a few things.
Okay.
No,
So it means that all this was
in the
works before whatever happened. The unfortunate incident happened.
I thought we'll finish 8 years.
Yeah.
Then he will be alive. Then he will lead.
Yeah.
Then we are all around him.
Little did you know that we were going to be the one
I'm
to
not
champion
God, exactly.
all
So
these.
he passes on. But the vision is still there. I'm not going to allow it to die. Especially when it's becoming obvious that, hey, until you do it, nobody's going to do it.
Right.
Frima, that's how this whole Atamils Institute started.
So you're still watching the Upside Down show right here on Channel 1 TV. I know that you are enjoying the conversation, but unfortunately time is not our best of friend now. And so we will have to end it here. But trust me, we will not just leave you hanging. We'll make sure that we'll bring you the concluding part of our conversation with Koku next week. So please do understand and bear with us. And let's end it here for now. Next week promises to be even more interesting, and there'll be other goodies. So don't worry, we'll compensate you very, very well. This has been the Upside Down show on Channel 1 TV. My guest still remains the founder and president of the Males Institute, Samuel Koku Anyidoho. I'm Frima Edunyame. Thanks for watching.